it's it's crazy, so crazy. Concord Concord is suddenly getting pulled offline with Sony promising full refunds. Concord did so poorly that after what, 2 weeks, a week or two, they're pulling the game off offline. Now they'll say, well, we'll get to it, but player PlayStation Hero Shooter Concord will be taken offline on September 6th, 2024, and all players will receive a full refund. Sony announced today. Announced at on the PlayStation blog, director Ryan Ellis said, "While many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Like maybe all the ugly fucking characters that you people have. How you have like a black Dr. Robotnik or a fat human Sonic, or just every chick looks like a dude. Maybe the fact that you made the game cost money instead of free to play, like most of these shooters, like Overwatch and stuff like that. You know, and if there's bugs and stuff like that, I mean, this game has been worked on for 8 years. Surely, don't call me Shirley. Surely you could have waited a little longer to put the game out. I mean, it's been 8 years. So Concord will therefore be taken offline so Sony and developer Firewalk Studios can explore options, including those that will better reach our players. How about a character redesign? The game will be removed from sale immediately. Immediately! And anyone who purchased, and then they'll get a refund and a handwritten note directly sent to them saying how bad they feel that the game was a massive pile of buffalo shit, and it's hilarious. That is so great. PlayStation Direct, anyone who played over PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct will be refunded to their original payment methods. Those who purchased on Steam and Epic Game Store will be refunded in the coming days. Physical refunds are trickier, but players can check with individual retailers to obtain a refund. Unless you go something like, sorry, we can't do that. You just show them this or something. Sony will presumably organize a system with them itself that allows all refunds to be processed fully. Once refunded, players will no longer have access to the game. Sony made clear. Concord pulled less than 2 weeks after launch. Concord arrived August 23rd, 2024, meaning it has been removed from sale just 11 days after launch and taken offline for all players, which really wasn't a lot. All players a mere 2 weeks after. Even those who bought Concord will no longer be able to play after September 6th. Its launch was nothing short of disastrous, with analysts telling IGN that it has likely sold less than 25,000 units. It debuted to a tragic 697 peak concurrent players on Steam. A number that made the 12,786 players of the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which was dubbed a disappointment by Warner Brothers. Discovery of Boss, blah, 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 and caused a $200 million hit in revenue. Looked like a Titan. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Remember, that's the same game with Mr. Freeze. It's supposed to be Miss. It's Mrs. Freeze. Yeah, it's supposed to be, but it looks like a fat Asian dude because they go out of their way now to make female characters as ugly as fucking possible. This comes after 8 years of development and presumably tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars spent by Sony, a company already said to be shifting gears away from a live service heavy future. Sony president Hiroki Todoki, that's an interesting, Hiroki Todoki, committed to launching just 6 of 12 live service games in development, and one based on The Last of Us has already been canceled. Hiroki Totoki. Hiroki Totoki. Totoki Hiroki. Have fun. Don't be mean. Like, now I have money for Astrobot. Jesus is real. He whom getteth woke goeth broke. We've been telling you since ancient times. I mean, their characters were so fat that they sunk the entire game. Yeah. All right. My graph was right. Dead game. Just make fun of it. All-time peak. That's insane. And there's release day. It's like, oh boy, new game, and it's like, no one wants to play. Notice how it's like, oh, it's Saturday. Saturday and Sunday. Why? Because it's like it's Saturday and Sunday. You got nothing else to do, right? And then no one gives a crap. What a failure. Yeah, weird how this article and Sony's official statement leave out any details why players disliked it. Do they actually not know? Or are they just uncomfortable to say? 8 years for a 2-week run. Huge L. It failed bigly. It was huge. The fail was huge. This flop game. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they took a game that's almost like Overwatch and decided to make it not free to play was one thing. That was already bad enough. When you have, certain games that are free to play, and even if they do cost a little money to play, they're still solid games. This took 8 years. The roster looks horrible. They decide not to make it free to play. Actually, how much was it? I think it was like $30. I think it was like $30. I think it's still on. Hang on, let me. So, I think they might have already pulled it. Eternal Concord, iRacing, Garden Story. Is that a blueberry? That looks cute. Not for $20 though. Let's explore the airport. Nope. Nope. My name is Uncle Groucho. You win a fat cigar. Concord. Yeah, it's yeah, it's already been pulled. It's already been pulled. It's only the third. So it's been pulled off Steam right now. When in doubt, go to the internet. Um, Concord is no longer available on the Steam store, even though this is Steam. Um, it's kind of like a hidden mode, and I think the only way to see it is if yeah, you know, you type it in. Um, that is amazing. Like it's everything that we already have with Overwatch and Overwatch 2. And what about the I didn't even think about system requirements. Um i7 to play this freaking game? I mean, I'd be able to if I wanted. Memory 16. uh so basically I'd be fine. I've got i7. I've got like 32, 34 gigs of RAM. 35. Well, I mean, it's a lot less than most things these days, but you know, even the minimum requirements, not everyone's going to have. That's another reason why. This is another reason why. When you have a game that most people may not have a computer that's able to, you know, like do they have a way for people without great computers to play at full, or you know, but yeah, this is what happens. They spend so much it looks like they spend so much of their time making ugly freaking characters and all this other stupid shit that, I mean, I don't know if the game has any bugs in it, but yeah. And the fact that they're not saying why they're pulling it, they're like, oh, just to explore things for you know, to explore things that didn't land with people, and you know, it's like what things specifically? Because as a, you know, a player would like to know what's going to be approved upon. Like if this is going to come back, what's going to be improved upon? Why should we want to play it the second time around? So why not tell us, oh yeah, we realize that, you know, this is why people didn't like it, or, you know, the numbers show that it was this reason and blah blah blah. Why not let the player know that you are listening? I mean, because for all we know, it could be another 8 years before it's re-released, or may not even be released again at all. It may not even be released again at all. So this is why companies need more transparency, instead of just saying, "Oh well, you know, well, many qualities of the experience resonated with players. We recognize that other aspects of the game in our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Can you elaborate? That'd be great. Could you elaborate on that? What aspects? What aspects? It's a first person shooter. You know, it's a shooting game. What part of it? I mean, what part of it wasn't hitting home with people?" But yeah, after 2 weeks, two never cook again. What the hell is this? The co about this game was insane. It sucked. No one was playing. making out this game had a long-term future. Future was wild. Yeah. This is so sad to see. I was told PlayStation fans bought the game. I was also told this game was going to be the Halo killer. Just like every game that comes out, every like MMO that comes out is gonna be the WoW killer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Blizzard, you better be worried. You better be worried. This game's gonna come out and it's gonna kill World of Warcraft. No. No. Still alive and kicking after 20 years. It's actually really, really good now. I think a lot of people are actually satisfied with WoW now. You know? Of course, there's people on the forums like, oh my god, WoW is dead. WoW is dead. It's like, okay, yeah, go in game. You'll see how dead WoW is. Society is healing. All because IGN didn't buy enough copies. What a shame. Yeah, thanks for the update. So, yeah, they're hiding what was what the problem actually was, instead of just being transparent and say, oh hey, we acknowledge that maybe our character design, we see that you guys didn't like the character design, so we're gonna rethink the characters and make them more appealing, or make them not look like fucking dudes, but or whatever other problem was, but refunds. You get a refund. You get a refund. You all get refunds after 2 weeks, which I'm surprised. But that's what happens when you work on a game for 8 years and focus on certain things but not others. And again, the price tag when it's a first-person shooter and it's like one of the games you play online with other people, yeah, most people aren't going to pay $30 for that, especially when you have games that are superior like Overwatch. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure people still play Team Fortress 2. So, that's how bad it is. Anyway, let me know if you if you were one of the 600 people who played. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later, guys.